All right, all right, all right. Okay, now I see what's going on. Now I see what's going on after some crazy discrepancies going on over here, some interruptions. Now I realize why I don't see the video I just did. Jules, you there?
Yes.
Okay. The reason why we don't see the video because I was under a different account.
Okay.
I was under another account, and the technical difficulties I believe was because of that DDJ app that I was playing. So, hello everybody, what's up? It's your girl BeeSparrow,
Jewel Sparrow.
BTR 2020. Woo, I got my husband on the panel with me today. We're gonna talk about some things. Now, we'll first start with Kyle Rittenhouse. Y'all know who Kyle Rittenhouse is. That young teenager who killed two people and wounded one in the Kenosha, Wisconsin shooting. I want to first talk about, and I haven't heard many people talk about this. This young man bought the AR-15 rifle that he used to kill those people and wound the other one. He purchased it with his stimulus check, where he got somebody else to do it because he wasn't old enough to get it himself, right? So, according to this article from NewYorkPost.com, woo, you still with me, babe? You still with me, babe? I can't hear you. Say what? Oh, anyway, okay, let me get you
Okay,
back
I'm
on
back
here.
now. I'm back now.
I got you. Okay, so, and here's DJ April Showers. Let me see. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Your camera's, okay, wait a minute. Are you there?
it's off. Okay.
So I realize y'all using y'all cell phones, so y'all might be jumping off and on,
Right.
but I'm talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, the teenager in the Kenosha shooting. He purchased his rifle with his stimulus check. Did you know that?
Mm.
Did y'all know that?
What?
According to this article on NewYorkPost.com, Kenosha killer Kyle Rittenhouse used his government stimulus check to buy the AR-15 he allegedly used to fatally shoot two men this summer and wounded one. At 17, Rittenhouse was too young to purchase the assault rifle under Wisconsin law, so he gave his pal Dominic Black, who was then 18 at the time, the money to buy the gun in the spring. This is what the gunman told the Washington Post. So he said,
What?
check it out. He says, I got my $1,200 from the coronavirus Illinois unemployment because I was on furlough from YMCA and I got my first unemployment check. So I was like, oh, I'll use this to buy. Rittenhouse told the Washington Post from a juvenile detention center. Now, mind you, this article was written a few months ago. Okay, let me finish before y'all say something. Okay, so he says this article goes on to say Dominic Black is now charged with two felony counts of intentionally giving a dangerous weapon to a minor, resulting in the death after Rittenhouse allegedly not allegedly because we saw it on video, he gunned down Anthony Hubert and Joseph Rosenbaum during the riots in Kenosha on August 25th. Dominique Black of Kenosha told investigators he bought Rittenhouse the Smith & Wesson M&P rifle because his pal was too young to do so himself. The pair had agreed to transfer ownership of the rifle to Rittenhouse in a year, the Washington Post said. In the jailhouse interview, Rittenhouse reiterated that he acted in self-defense during the riots that kicked off following the police shooting of Jacob Blake. He said, I was going to a place where people had guns, and God forbid somebody brought a gun to me and decided to shoot me. I wanted to be protected. I wanted to be protected, which I ended up having to protect myself. Rittenhouse is charged with first-degree intentional homicide, which could land him in prison for life if convicted. What do y'all think about that?
That should be 2 counts of that, right?
He killed 2 people
Well, that should be 2 counts.
and
And
wounded.
assault with a
Yeah, that
deadly
should
weapon
be
with
2 counts.
intent to kill. He should
So
have
see what
3.
I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Now they talk about us Negroes
Mm-hmm.
when we get our stimulus checks, because
Mm-hmm.
people like to sometimes like to floss and they go get their hair done and they go buy clothes and everybody
Mm-hmm.
talking about what they doing with their money. But look at what this boy did with his money. He went and got an assault rifle and somebody else bought it for him. That person
Yep.
should be charged also. Who
Well,
was the person his father or just a friend?
no, it was
So
a friend. His name is Dominique Black.
okay, so he purchased the rifle for him.
Yes, and he
And
is
and,
in
and
jail
people
now.
and unfortunately people do that kind of stuff all the time. If somebody is underage, I mean, you could go to a liquor store and you'll have teens standing right in front trying to, get you to buy them alcohol and stuff.
Right.
So that's not, I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
So, the guy bought, but he bought the rifle. This was way before the riots, right?
Well, I don't know when he bought the rifle, but
Okay.
yeah, it was before.
Right.
This article
But-
was written in November.
And when now?
November. The article was written in November.
Well, see, he had to have bought it before the riot because that's when the stimulus
Right.
checks came out.
Right. Yeah, them stimulus checks came out way before the riots. So really,
Right.
he wanted to just get him an assault rifle and have one and be cool because that's what them boys do. They
That's what he
they
said.
walk around like they big bag Hank and got an assault rifle. So
That's what
he wasn't
said.
getting no rifle to protect himself. He was
He
getting
said-
a rifle to show he was a bad man.
He said
That's
he was
what he
going.
did.
He said he was going to a place where they had rifles.
Yeah, when
So-
they had guns.
Right. So he said God forbid somebody shoot him. He said so he gonna get him a rifle so he can protect himself. But this was before the riots now.
Right, way before. So that's what I'm saying. He had in his mind he was just gonna be big bad Kyle. Kyle got an assault rifle. That's
guess
all that
what?
is.
Well, guess what? Kyle is out of jail on a $2 million bond. Kyle,
What did they do? A GoFundMe page for him?
They did
Right,
a
that's-
GoFundMe
that's-
page for
that's
him. Go ahead, babe.
And
That's
now
it.
Hold on.
you
April,
know
hold on.
that. Okay.
Go ahead, Jules.
That's at least 150,000.
What?
A $2 million bond.
Well, do y'all remember the
They
TV
came
show?
up with $2 million.
Yes. Go ahead, April.
They came up with $2
April, you
million.
still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me
They
now?
came up with a
They
little
came
bit
up with
more than
$2
that.
million to free a murderer, but R. Kelly can't get a bond.
Well, you know, when people stick together, that's what usually happens.
Right. And that's the point I'm trying to make. And that's a doggone shame. I'm 38 hot. So did he get the $2 million from a GoFundMe page?
Let's talk about that.
Can you find it, B? And show it to me?
Listen. Do y'all remember the show that came on in the 80s called Silver Spoon?
Yes, I remember
With
it. It
Ricky
had
Schroeder,
Ricky Schroeder. Yeah.
and Alfonso Ribeiro and Justin Bateman. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Ricky Schroeder is a lawyer now.
What?
It is because of him that Rittenhouse is out of jail. That's Ricky Schroeder on the right. This article says.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This article says.
So basically, Ricky Schroeder is saying it's all right to kill men.
Let me read the article to you. This article also taken from. Article is taken from. Because I don't want to get credit for this. The Washington Post. No, not the Washington Post. Wait a minute, y'all. This is wrong. Hold on, y'all. I done lost my article. But they saying that Ricky Schroeder, even though he is a lawyer, they saying that he gave up most of the $2 million to get Rittenhouse out of jail. I got my article here somewhere. Y'all mighty quiet.
We waiting on you.
But y'all can still talk until I find it. Shalom, Master Moshe. How you doing, brother? Good to see ya.
Shalom, Master.
Let me find my article right quick and stop playing with y'all. Y'all play too
much. So basically, Ricky Schroeder is representing him.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Even though they got him on tape doing it.
Yep.
So they going for the self-defense scenario.
Let me see what this article says. First, let me add April back to the panel.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you know that I said that is a shame because nobody was messing with him. They were rioting. They had issues with the police. They showed him he walking through there with his gun to kill. Nobody approached him.
They gave him some water.
Well, the people were chasing him because someone had said that he had already, when he shot the first person, they started chasing him. All of this is on video. And they was chasing, a lot of people was chasing him, trying to take that rifle away from him. He slipped and fell. And the first two people that was coming at him, he shot them. Bang, bang, and they went down. That's how the video went.
Man, so, this is crazy.
In a sense,
this is awful. It's awful that a murderer that you have on tape, it wasn't self-defense. He was playing big bad boy Kyle.
Yeah, and
he gets the fine. They do a Did you find out if they had a GoFundMe page for him?
Yes.
Is that how they
Hold on, April. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me play advocate here. Let me play the bad advocate here now. So many people was chasing him on that video trying to take his rifle away from him. I mean, people was at him. He happened to fall. He tripped and fell backwards. And he saw all those people coming at him, and he shot the first two people that reached him first. So in a sense, that was self-defense.
But they was chasing him because he done shot one person.
But he shot one person, right?
He already shot one person, so they started chasing him to take the rifle.
So that's the person that they're charging him with. They're not charging him with the other two since they had chased him down.
That's a
So
good
that's why
question.
he only got one count.
But they charged him with one of the murders. I think the first one he shot didn't die, right?
I don't know in which order they died, but he killed 2 people and 1 wounded. I don't know in which order.
Wow.
Okay. So let me read this article. For those of y'all who don't know what Silver Spoon is a sitcom that started
In the 80s.
in the
In the
80s,
80s.
right. Right.
Yeah.
And on that show, Silver Spoons, it was only 2 or 3 people, black people on that show. One being Alfonso Ribeiro. The other one was his name was Jay Lightfoot. That was the black lawyer. And so back then it was something that you didn't see a lot of black people on TV back then. Let me put it that way. So I was a Ricky Schroeder fan. I was a Silver Spoons fan.
Me too. I love Silver Spoon. He was a little cute little blind fella.
And then they had also Jason Bateman. Y'all know Jason Bateman from a lot of stuff, including the Ozark. He played on Silver Spoons also.
Okay.
So Ricky Schroeder was the child star on Silver Spoon. According to this article, taken from woe.com, I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm weau.com. In Illinois, 17-year-old accused of killing 2 people during a protest in Wisconsin was seen smiling in a photo with his lawyer and Silver Spoon's actor Ricky Schroeder after being released from custody by posting a $2 million bond. Kyle Rittenhouse is accused of fatally shooting Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber and wounding Gage Grosskreutz. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we're going to call him Gigi. During a demonstration on August 25th that followed a police shooting after Jacob Blake in Kenosha. He posted bond through his attorney, Ricky Schroeder, at about 2 p.m. on Friday. Hours after being released, L. Linwood of Atlanta, who is a member of Rittenhouse's defense team, tweeted a photo of Rittenhouse, Ricky Schroeder, and attorney John Pierce. So maybe Ricky Schroeder is not his attorney. Maybe Ricky Schroeder just, well, let me finish. Hours after being released, somebody tweeted a photo of Rittenhouse, Ricky Schroeder, and attorney John Pierce under a title of Free at Last. Lynn early tweeted that a donation from Schroeder helped put Rittenhouse's bond fundraising effort over the top. See, another article that I read said that Ricky Schroeder was a lawyer and was his attorney. So maybe he wasn't.
So you mean, and this is what I'm saying. You got a Hollywood star that is defending a murderer, and you got people so scared to talk about the black people when something happened to them. Because they scared they might lose their job. Okay.
Rittenhouse of Antioch, Illinois, told police he was attacked while he was guarding a business and that he fired in self-defense. He faces multiple charges, including intentional homicide, reckless endangerment, and being a minor in possession of a firearm. Wisconsin law does not permit minors to carry or possess a gun unless they are hunting. He is due back in court on December 3rd for a preliminary hearing. His case has taken a political overtone. His case has taken on political overtones. Supporters of the Black Lives Matter movement have painted Rittenhouse as a trigger-happy white supremacist. Conservatives upset over property destruction during recent protests have portrayed him as a patriot who was exercising his right to bear arms during unrest. A legal defense fund for Rittenhouse has raised millions of dollars in donations, and his mother got a standing ovation from women at a Waukesha County GOP function in September.
Oh my God.
So what was you saying, April?
No, I was just saying you have a Hollywood person, Ricky Schroeder, a powerhouse man, and that's standing behind a murderer. It's on tape. So you're saying it's okay to kill, or you're going to make sure he doesn't go to jail for killing black people. And then that's what I say. Hollywood is so messed up because you have nobody. They are so scared. They won't say anything about Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson. They're scared to even talk about these people because they will lose their status in Hollywood, so they don't say anything. But here you got an actor, which I have no respect for. He was a little cute kid on Silver Spoons, blonde hair, blue eyes, a cute little boy. But this is sending a message that it's okay to kill a black man.
Were they black?
It's unbelievable.
They weren't black. The people that he killed were not black. And Monster said Rittenhouse shot and killed 2 convicted pedophiles. Monster said they were pedophiles. I don't think they were black though. Did you see the names? Let me read the names again. The names were they were not black names. Let's put it that way.
Oh, they weren't black? My apologies to all of the listeners. I made an error. I thought he had killed black people.
Their names one name was Joseph Rosenbaum. They could have been, but the names don't sound like it. Let me put it that way. I don't know what race people they were, but one of them name was Joseph Rosenbaum. One name was Anthony Huber, and Gage Grosskreutz.
Them white people.
Look German. Gage look German. Joseph name is Jewish, and I don't know about Anthony Huber, but
now, hey, how you doing, Monster Moshe? Shalom, my brother.
and
he shot and killed
2 of them, and one. He also said one of the Antifa dudes had a pistol as well.
Wow.
He had one that got his arm half blown off. See, I didn't even know about this. I need to start watching the videos that Monster sent me. I haven't watched.
I'm gonna have to follow up on this story. But
he said one of them.
But my thing is, I don't care about all of that stuff. What I'm more focused on is you got a Hollywood actor that has raised $2 million for a murderer? That's crazy.
Look at what Monster saying though. Monster said one of them hit the head with the skateboard. I guess one of them got hit in the head with the skateboard. And he said,
no, one of them hit Kyle in the head with the skateboard.
Oh, one of them hit Kyle in the head with a skateboard. And he said, plus it was multiple shots going off behind him while he was walking towards the police with his hands up. And he also said that the one that got shot in the head and died was filmed earlier in the day saying, shoot me, N-word, shoot me. I saw that video too. Shoot me, nigga, shoot me.
Wow.
So it's a lot. I don't know. But it looks like he could have very well been defending himself. The article says Ricky Schroeder donated the money to take to get him to the $2 million mark.
Unbelievable.
I don't know what to say, y'all. 2020.
Man.
See, that goes to show you the media put it out there like he just went out there just started shooting people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And see, the media had everybody thinking that he went out and shot the first person. That's when people was going at him to try to get the gun away from him, and then the other
Yeah.
two got killed. That's how the media wanted you to see it.
Yep.
All the while they left out the stuff about him getting hit in the head with a skateboard, and the fact that the first one that got shot had a pistol himself.
Wow.
Now I ain't no judge or nothing like that, or I ain't go to law school for 8 or 16 years, but it sounded to me like self defense. I mean,
It sounds like self-defense. It
Yeah,
sounds
it really does. When you look at it, if he was walking through the crowd, they were rioting and shooting. But at his but he was still he had the gun. Yeah, he wasn't old enough to have that, right?
right. Nope. And someone 18,
So
he got
you're not
someone,
old enough. You wasn't even old enough to carry an assault weapon.
right. You
but
can't.
So
he walked right past the police with it, and they gave him a bottle of water. So
right, and why didn't they stop him and ask him for ID? They know you're not supposed to have guns during the riot, an assault weapon. Oh, that's too much. Okay, what's this, B? Oh,
Rudy,
this is when they were talking about Rudy Giuliani with
yes.
the dye running down his face. Oh
With
my
the
God.
diamond slam down his face.
oh, I
Oh,
But
seen
you
one.
know, most of them people, they done got mad with Trump. Like, you need to come on and concede. Stop trying to come up with all of these theories. You know, this man done made more fake news and conspiracy theories. Nobody said nothing when he won the election,
right.
stole the election from Hillary
Right.
with the Russian help.
That's the
His
same thing
karma
I
just
said.
came back on him real fast.
That's the same thing I said. Nobody said anything about. No one is talking about 2016 when Donald Trump was accused of stealing the election from Hillary. And I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. If anybody know what a stolen election looks like, it's Donald Trump. If anybody know, Donald Trump know. But I think that it has been happening for a long time. It's just that the idiot in the White House exposed it and don't even know and didn't even know it. Didn't even know
Yeah.
it. So this
Mhm.
is this Rudy Giuliani. Me and Julius talked about this the other day. He held a press conference, said he had proof that the elections were stolen. He had all of this proof, and his elite strike force team, that's what the lawyers would call it, the elite strike force team. They was going to unleash all of this information about evidence that the elections were stolen. So Donald Trump's lawyers delivered a lengthy press conference and claimed there was massive voter fraud. Giuliani claimed to have hundreds of sworn affidavits, but would not share the evidence as it would put witnesses' lives at risk. That's what he said, his cricket tail. He's so cricket, he thinks everybody else cricket. The American people are entitled to know this. You don't have a right to keep it from them, he told the press. He compared ballot observers to a scene in My Cousin Vinny and even acted out the scene as actor Joe Pesci. He said Trump was way ahead on election night and wondered how it is that it turned around. How is it that it turned around overnight? That's what he wonders. He said when he fell asleep, Trump was in the lead. When he woke up, Biden was in the lead. I've seen that happen before in past elections. What about y'all?
Well, for one thing, when he went to sleep, they probably hadn't counted all the doggone votes.
Right.
Dumb.
So, like I said, they put together this elite strike force team of lawyers standing behind him, you know, looking all this and that. Let me share these pictures. That's
You
what
know
I
they
should
got
do.
they got one video of him blowing his nose, and when he folded tissue over, he didn't fold it over the cover where he blew his nose at. He folded the other way and then wiped his mouth.
Wipe his whole face with it.
Right, and then was you
Where's your
know
extra charge? I was
putting
using
his
this
hand
charger.
through it, and then went and
Charge.
touched the podium.
Yep. Yep.
But
I saw that video. Look at it.
but this my thing though. For one, they already knew who they wanted the president to be. The powers that be wanted Trump out of there. So
Yeah,
if he was winning, yeah, they rigged it so he would lose. That's how
yeah,
they do it every year.
yeah.
Every time they elect,
Them
that's how they
people,
do it.
even them Republican people wanted him out. They
Yeah,
they, they had gotten sick of him. Yeah.
So you
that's
see
that,
that lady? Go ahead, babe.
that's that's because he didn't do what they thought he was going to do as a Republican. But if they would look back at when Trump did that interview and said that if he was to run for president, he would run as a Republican because they believe anything you tell them.
Right.
So if
Yeah.
I tell you,
Well, like
yeah,
I say,
if I
you
tell you,
said,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna do this for you and I'm gonna do that for you, yeah, I'm gonna help you win because I believe you.
yeah,
But then he got in there and didn't do what he said he was gonna do, so they
yeah,
wanted him out there.
yeah. And I
So
tell
y'all
people, what did you say, B?
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, what I try to tell people is, I really, yeah, Trump was an ignorant person, acted clown. I mean, he did not represent the United States well. But out of all the presidents, he was the only one that didn't pass any laws to keep blacks in prison for more years or anything. He didn't do anything to hurt us, you know. So I will give him that credit.
He did a lot of stuff as a president that other presidents could have done but wouldn't do.
Right.
Now, grant you, he did all his for the wrong reasons, but my point is, when you the president, you the leader in chief. I mean,
Yeah.
you the head. How is Congress going go against you? See, he
Yeah.
did a lot of stuff that other presidents could have done to go against Congress, but they wouldn't do it.
Like 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 we won't talk about that president before him. So Obama, yeah,
So
'cause when Obama was president, he could have did the same stuff that Trump did, and that's what I like about Trump too. Trump had no problem issuing executive orders.
Now, Obama did do something about the justice system though.
What?
He the one he started
He
the
started
releasing of,
that?
yeah, he started the
Yeah,
releasing of inmates wrong that had little
yeah,
penny ante charges that were doing the most time.
right. Yeah, he started that, but Trump passed a law for some of them to be released.
But I'm saying Obama got it kicked off. He got
But
out of office.
Obama, when
For,
he did that in his second term, and the year or so before he was to leave office. He,
Right.
he didn't do it his first term. He did it his second term. Sucker. I don't like Obama. Y'all know that. So,
Hmm. So
yeah,
the lady,
I just,
the lady in the picture to Giuliani's right, she's to our left. That's Sidney Powell. She was one of Donald Trump's attorney on one of the attorneys on Donald Trump's legal team
Strike
contesting
14.
yeah, contesting the election results. So she be on platforms like Rush Limbaugh and Mario Bartrino, or whatever his name is. I can't even pronounce his name. But she got on there talking junk, honey, and said they was going to release the Kraken. Release the Kraken. I learned something about releasing the Kraken. It means it has something to do with, it's like a catchphrase for conspiracy theory. Um, and it trended on Twitter. It's like a catchphrase winking at and unfolding voter fraud. She was saying, we're going to release the Kraken. And then I saw her on one news channel where she said, I don't open my mouth and say things that aren't true. In other words, my spit ain't just spit. Well, just the other day, after they was bragging about this strike force team that they had that was going to reveal all these this evidence, which, by the way, they did not present evidence at that 5 hour press conference that Giuliani did the other day. A couple days ago, they released a statement distancing.
yes, and you know what?
Distancing Donald Trump from this same lawyer that's saying we're gonna release the Kraken. We're gonna do this. We got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, they were supposed to have been dropping a big bombshell, and they
Right.
didn't drop anything. You know, Rush Limbaugh went off
About what?
about them and what they did. Oh, he's pissed. You didn't know that?
Oh, but he was a Trump fan, honey.
Rush Limbaugh said that was an embarrassment. They were waiting on a bombshell. No bombshell happened. Trump need to concede and sit down. Yeah, look it up.
That is too funny
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, look up. Rush Limbaugh did a whole rant on his show. Yeah, Google it, YouTube it. Yeah,
They look
YouTube
like
it and play it.
they look like absolute clowns up there. They look like pure clowns.
Yeah, and that's what he said. Yeah, see if you can Google Rush Limbaugh going off.
I'll do it on another show. I'll do it on another show because I want to watch it myself first. But they look like complete idiots on that stage. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. So the congressman, go ahead, sis. Say what you was gonna say.
But look, all of their court cases was dismissed by judges for lack of evidence.
Yes.
So if you had all this hard evidence, why you didn't present it in the court cases that you already done been through?
Right. But so, and with that being said, I wonder, and I want to talk about that too. But I wonder if all these false prophets that said Donald Trump, that God told them that Donald Trump was going to serve another term, I wonder if they're going to repent for putting God's name in their mouth, for speaking for God like that.
Yeah, especially Pence, because you know he was supposed to have been this devout Christian, as they say.
Mm-hmm. All of them. Yeah. Paul White. I got a list of them.
All of them.
I did a show on it the other day.
But y'all lying, stealing, and scheming. Yeah.
Talking about
I'm just me, Darlene April. I just try to do the best I can. That's all I can do.
Talk about the
best I can do.
Talking about they prophesying, they prophet lying. That's what they doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about this GOP that asked Kamala Harris, was she a descendant of slaves or was she a
Yeah.
descendant
Let's
of
talk
slaves?
about that. Because I'm gonna. Yeah.
Because
Because I'm
y'all
gonna.
know,
Yeah.
y'all know we have been trying to figure that out ever since we found out that she was she was chosen to be vice president of the United States of this here America. We asked this amongst ourselves, world, black people, at least my black people, my friends, we all wondered this, and we said it, that she has no connection with black America. I cannot stress how many times we have said that. She has
But
no
my thing
connection
is,
with black America. Her husband is white, and her father is questionable because he's Jamaican. And Jamaicans have sons and daughters from the diaspora, meaning they had some descendants on the slave ships that was dispersed. The slaves, they had descendants that was dispersed to the four corners of the earth, just like black Americans have descendants. So if she do have a connection with the black community, it would be through him. But I heard that he was mixed himself. You was gonna say what now? April. Okay, so
yes,
anyway, no, you was
well,
gonna say
no. Yeah. What I was gonna say is, why is this person receiving backlash? They've tried to talk about, they were trying to bring up other, even the white race. They were trying to bring up, if they were powerful people, they were trying to bring up that they own slaves and stuff. So she's not exempt from this question being asked.
you know what I think the problem is with black people? The problem is that he's white and asked the question. That's what I think the problem is. That's what I think is wrong with the United States of this
Okay,
here
did
America. The fact
did
that he's a white
did she
man.
answer the question, B?
Let's find out. Let's find out. Republican Congressman
Okay.
Steve King of Iowa is facing backlash online for asking Vice President-elect Kamala Harris whether she descended from slaves or slave owners. So his tweet says, I am reading that Kamala Harris made history as the first woman, first black woman, first Asian woman, etc. And he said equals a boatload of intersectionally points. But Kamala, are you descended from slaves or slave owners? King tweeted on Sunday. I think that's a fair question.
Yeah.
Right. I don't see anything wrong with that. Because some of the white people, they were trying to say that they were slave owners. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Mhm.
so sick of them wanting to exempt Kamala Harris from answering anything. Like, can't nobody talk about her.
Right,
Oh man,
right.
ask Kamala Harris.
They went all into Obama history though. They
But
went to
look,
his village, the village that his father was from, and everything.
why
Yeah.
why 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 are we, well, not we, cause I ain't, why are they so excited about a woman who ain't even sure about her own nationality? What, are you a black woman? Are you a Oriental? Are you a Chinese? What?
And that's the same thing Lady of Leisure said.
You don't even know what you are. You just gonna be who you think gonna get you ahead. So she looking at it like now, ooh, a black woman, okay, yeah.
So here comes some of the tweets under this man post, calling him a racist. Um, saying somebody said, thankfully, this racist monster will no longer be a congressman in just 42 days.
But how is that? That's not being racist.
I would like to know the answer to his question as a black woman. So what does that make me? Somebody
That's.
else, and then the author go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I'm saying that's not a racist question.
I don't think so either.
He didn't
So the
say.
author goes on.
Look, he didn't say that you were descendant of slave owners. He asked which were you, and that's a fair question.
Yes, it is. I agree because we have been asking that question too. Actually, we've been telling people that she have no connection with the black community. We've been telling black people that for months. So the author goes on to say, who's going to tell him how black people go to Jamaica and how some of their descendants wound up with European blood? That's what Joy Reid said. MSNBC host Joy Reid wrote in response. In the months before Election Day, viral posts on social media claimed that Harris was a cop whose family owned slaves in Jamaica. Her father. That's in the months before election. Viral posts on social media claimed that Harris, I assume they're talking about her father, was a cop whose family owned slaves in Jamaica. Harris's father, Donald, did claim to be a descendant of slave owners, but many who shared his misleading claims failed to provide context. So they saying he did say he was descendants of slave owners, but people found out that his people actually owned slaves in Jamaica. My roots go back within my lifetime to my paternal grandmother, Miss Christina Brown, descendants of Hamilton Brown, who is on record as plantation and slave owner and founder of Brownstown. That's what Donna Harris wrote in the Jamaica Globe. A fact check provided by PolitiFact found that there is evidence to suggest that Harris did descend from a slave owner as well as people who were enslaved. She's just a bit of everything, ain't she?
Everything. That's what I'm saying.
According to the Atlantic,
She the real rainbow.
according to the Atlantic, an overwhelming majority of African Americans have white male ancestors, largely because of white male slave owners who raped black female slaves. Newsweek reached out to King for comment. The Iowa congressman is among a small group of Republicans that have staunchly stood by President Donald Kingpin Trump after Election Day, urging him not to concede to President-elect Joe Cool Beans Biden. Earlier this month, King, who lost his re-election bid in a surprise June primary upset, said that Trump admitting defeat will be given license to steal future elections too. In less than 2 months, State Senator Randy Feenstra will replace King, who served an 18-year run as congressman in Northwest Iowa. I don't know
And
whether.
he a Democrat.
Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna Google him. Google is your friend, honey. Let me talk to my friend Google right quick. Oh, shoot. I can't even say his name right. Randy Feenstra. Let me
Fiends.
see. FeenStra.
Fine strong.
Uh-uh. No. Feenstra for Congress. He is an American political and businessman who is the U.S. representative elect for Iowa's 4th congressional. Does it say whether he's a Democrat? A member of the Republican Party.
Oh, he a Republican too.
He has been the Iowa State Senator from the 2nd District since 2009. He previously was the Sioux County Treasurer. So that answers your question. He's Republican too.
And it's amazing how they Democrats against the Republicans, then you got Republicans against Republicans, Democrats against Democrats. It's I don't get it. No wonder this world's so screwed up.
So last year, King, who has made numerous controversial statements about race, was condemned by his fellow Republicans over comments he made about white supremacy. In an interview with the New York Times, the Iowa lawmaker questioned how language such as white nationalists and white supremacists became racist. I condemn Representative Steve King's comments on white supremacy. They are offensive and racist and not representative of our state of Iowa, tweeted Republican Iowa Senator Joni Ernst. Boy, I tell you, boy, this politics it's like a soap opera, honey. Soap opera.
And see, so that's Republicans defending a Democrat against a Republican.
Say it again, a Republican.
I said that's Republicans defending a Democrat against a Republican.
Okay, let me think about that a little bit. A Republican defending. Oh, who's the Democrat?
Kamala Harris.
Oh, no, but that comment was about something else. When the person said that they took his remarks as racist.
Okay. So he defending the Republican. Okay, yeah. Cause that wasn't a racist remark.
Well, you know what? Coming from him and how they said some of his remarks and seemed racist. Now I can understand why people would think that his question was being racist. But I wonder if somebody like me asked that question, what would they call me? Because I would like to know. I guess we got our answer though. It shows that she was descended from both sides.
She's a rainbow.
So we talked about all of these politicians. I'm tired of talking about them. I want to talk about some entertainment right quick because the other day, Moshe Ben Yehuda on his platform said that Black Lightning was canceled. And I said it wasn't canceled, that it's coming back in February. Well, both of us was kind of right because it's going into its fourth season in February and then they're going to cancel it. Black Lightning has been canceled, but they're going to run a fourth season. The fourth season is coming up in February. And that broke my heart, y'all, because I like that show. I like that show, and I hope that it does not end for us.
So
go ahead.
So it's the same people that's starting the one with Painkiller.
Talk about that too. I want to talk about that too.
Is it the same people though?
That's doing what now?
Is it the same people that did Black Lightning that doing Painkiller?
We're gonna talk about that. I want to talk about it. But let me finish this first. I don't want to jump the gun because Cheyenne McClain, the one that played Lightning, I think she was Lightning, the young one, she was leaving the show anyway. She said this would have been her last season anyway. And she said it has nothing to do with the people at CW, or it has nothing to do with the people on the cast or the cast from Black Lightning. But she had planned on leaving the show anyway. And I'm like, what is really going on? This is one of the hottest shows on CW, in my opinion. And I'm sad to see it go. First of all, I was glad to see Scooter. Y'all know Scooter from Living Single, the one that was engaged to Khadijah. He was the one that played Black Lightning. And he said he was about to get put out of his house. You know, they were about to lose their house and everything because he couldn't find work. So I was glad to see Scooter, you know, doing some action. I love Black Lightning, but unfortunately, it's leaving after the fourth season. And the star, one of the stars, China Ann McClain, leaving. She was going to leave the show anyway, even before the show ended. And let's read why. It says in this article taken from bleedingcool.com, Bleeding Cool. It says, when word broke at the end of last week that CW's Black Lightning was ending its run after 4 seasons, fans weren't the only ones who were hearing the news for the first time that day. China Ann McClain, aka Jennifer Pierce, aka Lightning, also found out the news on Friday. She made some news of her own. McClain wasn't coming back for the series, even if it was given a green light for it. She went on Instagram and made the reveal along with the news even before work on the series began. What I did along with the rest of the cast, since before we even started shooting the season, is that I'm leaving the show. And was leaving the show. McClain says in the video. This was going to be my last season. The actor also revealed that her contract for the 4th season is a limited one, so Lightning is expected to have far less of a presence during the show's final run. McClain also looked to put to rest any rumors of speculation regarding her reasons for leaving the series early. I'm not leaving because I had a terrible time working at the CW, she explained. I like the CW. I like CW president. I like Warner Brothers. And she started naming all these people. She said, she said she always will. She said, and the people that actually know me, they know why I made the decision that I made. McClain also went on to urge those watching to give the backdoor pilot for Jordan Calloway's Painkiller spinoff, expected to be the 7th episode of the season, to give him their love and support. And Jordan Calloway will always have my love and support. I love that young man as an actor. He's very good at what he do. As for why she was making the decision to leave, McClain would not offer specifics, but did say that her decision was impacted by what she experienced during quarantine time. There's been a lot to happen over this quarantine, and I'm not talking about the PC side of it. She revealed, God is moving me in more than one way than just this show. It's bigger than this show. I'm doing God's work now, and I'm not doing anything else. So there you have it, Jules. She says she's leaving the show to do God's work. Cricket.
She better not pop up on Painkiller.
You know she's gonna have to make an appearance on Painkiller. You know that.
I wonder how they're gonna well they said limited season 4 role. How they gonna do that? Painkiller gonna run away, they gonna run away together?
I don't know, but if y'all don't know who
No, I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, I don't know, but if y'all don't know who Painkiller is, or I don't even know, was he called Painkiller in the show in Black Lightning?
Yeah.
That's Jennifer's boyfriend. What was his real name?
I can't remember, but he was called Painkiller after he got after Tobias snatched his back out and bought him back.
Somebody pulled that man's spine out of his body. And he came back from that. So I will have to do we're gonna have to do a binge, babe, before the new season starts. We're gonna have to do a binge on Black Lightning because I need to at least the last season that we saw. Because I have to, we have to pick up because if I'm not mistaken, the mother gained some powers too, didn't she?
Yeah, because she was taking that stuff. And see, in the last season, Painkiller was telling Jennifer that he was leaving. He wasn't sticking around.
Right.
He had done took control of his craziness. It won't control him no more. But he told her that he was leaving. So that's why I said maybe that's how they're gonna, you know, slowly take her off, have her run away with him.
Mm.
I
That's
should have wrote.
interesting.
I should have wrote Green Lightning.
No, Black Lightning, babe.
I said Green Lightning.
Oh, so let's talk about Jordan Calloway. Let me pull up this article about him
What was his real name? I mean his name.
in the show. Right? I can't even think of it. Oh, where's the article? Where's my article? Where's my article?
It should be in the article, but they call him Painkiller when they talk about it though. But
I thought that article was in Shooting the Facts. Wait, let me see. Maybe I didn't put it in my announcement about Painkiller. It's going to be a spinoff from Black Lightning. So that's something that I look forward to too. And I like to thank the Most High Yah for my grandbaby. Her birthday was yesterday. My grandbaby turned 7 years old. All praises to the Most High Yah. I'm thankful.
my little Pikachu.
Okay, so Shooting the Facts, discussion, and I want to hurry up and finish doing this because I want to slice of that shoe bread. So good.
Where you
I
at?
know.
You act like you can't eat none if you alive.
I don't want them to hear me smacking.
And hear your
I'm trying to tell you, I got to
mm.
say with every bite, yo. That's just how it is. I don't see the Painkiller article, so I'm just gonna go on to my next one. Oh, let's talk about this. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion. Me and my husband, we watched that. I don't know about you, Jules, because I was over there crying. Did you cry?
If I did, I wouldn't tell you. Not live, no way.
You cried.
I did not. I had something in my eye.
Yeah, right. You cried. Well, I found Will talked about it on the Red Table Talk on Facebook. And he brought up, he showed footage that we didn't even see in the reunion. And I looked at it, I'm sorry to say, without you. I can't find the Painkiller article. I so wanted to talk about it. Let me see if it's in here.
So I guess he gonna be helping people instead of going around killing them for no reason at all. Well, cause Tobias said so. Cause he killed his own mama.
Who did?
Painkiller.
Well, his alter ego, the other one.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was
what
still
did he,
him.
what did he do to stop that dude from coming out? Did he kill his other side? The other side of him?
They trapped him in some kind of thing, some kind of put him in some kind of prison, in some kind of cage. I think, or did he kill him? Cause they put him in there and he escaped. I think he killed him.
That's why we got to catch up because I can't remember. But there you see, let me do this. Jordan Calloway, Black Lightning spinoff as Painkiller, as a backdoor pilot at the CW. This article from Deadline.com. It says Black Lightning is getting a spinoff with the CW developing a backdoor pilot around the Painkiller character. Painkiller will star Jordan Calloway, reprising his role as the eponymous character. The Planet Pilot spinoff will air as the 7th episode of Black Lightning's 4th season, which will premiere in February of 2021. Black Lightning showrunner Salim Akil will write, executive produce, and direct the show. It marks the first pilot based on a DC Comics character for this broadcast development season, and is the CW's latest planted pilot development. Last year, the network planted potential spin-offs of Arrow and the 100. I watched the 100. It's good. I got to get back into it though, because sometimes it can get a little boring, but for the most part, that's a good show on Netflix. I watch it. So Calloway plays Khalil Payne. That's his name. Khalil Payne, a man ridden with the guilt of his troubled past from his former life in Freeland City, where a super enhanced killing machine known as Painkiller, he was both a member of Tobias Welles' gang and a weapon of Agent Odell and the shadowy ASA. Khalil Payne, that was his name. After attempting to bury the darker, devastatingly lethal Painkiller, part of his persona, Khalil has distanced himself away from everyone he knows and loves in a new city, Akashic Valley, in order to find peace. But peace never comes easy for men with past. Ooh, are you listening to this?
Yeah.
Or do I need to go back?
Yeah, go back.
I need to go back?
Yeah.
So, let me start over. Painkiller will star Jordan Calloway, reprising his role as the eponymous character. The Planet Pilot spinoff will air as the 7th episode of Black Lightning's 4th season, which will premiere in February of 2021. Black Lightning showrunner will write the Black Lightning showrunner Salim Akil will write, executive produce, and direct. It marks the first pilot based on a DC Comics character for this broadcast development season and is the CW's latest Planet Pilot development. Last year, the network planted potential spin-offs of Arrow and the 100. Calloway plays Khalil Payne, a man ridden with guilt of his troubled past from his former life in Freeland City, where, as a super enhanced killing machine known as Painkiller, he was both a member of Tobias Welles' gang and a weapon of Agent Odell and the shadowy ASA. After attempting to bury a darker, devastating, lethal Painkiller part of his persona, Khalil distanced himself away from everyone he knows and loves in the new city, Akashic Valley, in order to find peace. But peace never comes easy for men with pasts like his. As his violent, destructive history crashes his new beginning, Khalil is thrusted back into action with a new mission: bring justice where he once gave out punishment. But to do that, he will first have to deal with and harness his darker side. The Painkiller spinoff is from Warner Brothers Television, Berlani Productions, which produces Black Lightning, and all other DC series, is not involved. Painkiller, who first appeared in the comics in 1995, is based on characters created for DC by Tony Isabella with Eddie Newell. So that's how it's going to happen. You're right. He's leaving Freeland to get away. I gotta get away. I gotta get away.
So it is the Black Lightning people that's
Pretty much. Pretty much. So speaking of Jordan Calloway, I watched and this is my Netflix pick. I said it right. Without Netflix pick. Netflix pick. This is my Netflix pick. It's called Always a Bridesmaid. It's a chick flick. Jordan Calloway plays in it. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. It's called Always a Bridesmaid. I watched it. It was cute. It was romantic. It's about this young girl, Corina, who is always asked to be a bridesmaid for everyone's wedding. And she starts to wonder would she always be a bridesmaid or whether one day she too will be a beautiful bride, which she did become, but y'all have to check it out yourself. That's my Netflix pick. I think y'all should check it out. And shout out to DC Young Fly. I love this young man right here. Shouts out to DC Young Fly from the 85 South Show. He turned Viacom, however you want to say it, down. He turned them down. They offered him 8 figures to host a reboot of Wild 'N Out. And he said, H to the no, I cannot do my boy Nick Cannon like that there. That's what he said. What do you think about that, Jules?
that's what's up. That's true loyalty because Nick Cannon gave him his shot. You know,
He
he
said,
started out on the internet, but Nick Cannon put him on TV. And look what he's done from there. Uh got his own show with him, Carlos
Chico
and
Bean.
Chico. He done been in two movies that I know of.
He said Viacom don't have enough money. Y'all ain't got enough money to make me. Oh wait, what happened? What happened? To make him do what? Let me just read it. He said Viacom, y'all ain't got enough money to make me cross a man that provided for me with the kind of opportunities that Nick did. Shout out to DC Young Fly. If I had my special effects up, I'd give him a hand clap. But as always, I don't have them up. What else we got? Oh, we didn't talk about Donald Trump Jr. He has the coronavirus. Donald Trump Jr. has tested positive for the coronavirus.
Oh, they finally told us about it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I believe he had it when he said his daddy had it.
His oldest son has tested positive for coronavirus and has been quarantining out at his cabin since the results. He's been completely asymptomatic so far and is following all medically recommended COVID-19 guidelines.
So speaking of oldest son, is his youngest son still living?
They try to keep Barron out of the public. But here's something. It says Trump Jr. becomes the latest figure close to the president to test positive for COVID-19. In addition to himself, First Lady Melania Trump, his younger son Barron, his chief of staff Mark Meadows, and a number of other top aides, both of his campaign, and in the White House have tested positive in recent months. So yes, Barron,
Wait, so the son did test positive then?
the youngest one, yes,
Yeah.
youngest one, Barron. So y'all can't do wrong, get away with it. You just can't do it. What else is in here that I wanted to talk about? Oh yes, this right here. I cannot wait for this. A night in Miami. I'm gonna play this clip and then we're gonna call it a night because I cannot wait for this. How you make it larger?
No, let's do 30 more minutes.
30 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. So check this out.
Okay, I can say take that black lightning China down.
Good news, the chariot is coming. Who's the breakers? That's right. Jim Brown, there's the ball. Your record is going to stand the test of time. All together, yeah. The entire city of Miami is celebrating. I'm the new heavyweight champion of the world, and I don't even have a scratch on my face. Oh my goodness. Hey, okay. I'm so pretty. Hey, congratulations, champ. I can get used to that. I was made in America, land of the free, home of the brave. This movement that we are in is called the struggle. Because we are fighting for our lives. This ain't about civil rights. They're giving black people what they really want. What's that? Hey, I was made in America. That's why I'm out here fighting in America. Power. Black power. Like the sound of that. I wish I lived in America. We have to be there for each other. Heard everybody rich. All I gotta do is run some shit down in the area. I'm made to America. I'm amazed that America is right to America.
I cannot wait to see that. I really cannot wait. And I hope that it is as good as the trailer says it is. So, A Night in Miami is produced by Regina King. We know who Regina King is from 227 and from everything else. She played in Race with Jamie Foxx. So this is it says 2020, but like I mentioned, it comes out in 2021, I think. One Night in Miami, a film about a fictionalized meeting of Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke in a Miami hotel room in February of 1964, celebrating Ali's surprise title win over Sonny Liston. It is the first feature directed by Regina King from a screenplay by Kemp Powers, based on his stage play of the same name. And it stars Kingsley Ben Adir, Eli Gorey, Aldous Hodge, and Leslie Odom Jr. Aldous Hodge, he played in, what's that show we used to watch where he was a computer geek? Leverage. That's the black dude from Leverage. That's how you got to recognize who he is. The black dude from Leverage. What do you think about that, babe?
Wait, say that again?
I see. You want me to say all that again?
No, just why who was the black guy from Leverage?
He playing as Jim Brown in this
Oh.
movie.
Huh? It must be a young Jim Brown.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
read.
okay. Cause he is too skinny to be Jim Brown.
One Night in Miami is based on Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke in a motel room in February of 1964. So that's what it's based on. This is going to be interesting. I cannot wait. Well, that's all I have to talk about. You said you wanted to stay up there.
You got something else You got something to talk about now. Something.
Oh, that's not what I planned. It's not what I planned. I
Well,
just wanted to talk about these
how,
things and
how many times you playing stuff and don't go like you playing?
exactly.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to so Kingsley Ben Adir is playing as Malcolm X. Eli Gorey playing as Cassius Clay. I remember Eli Gorey, he played on the 100. I mentioned that I watched the 100 on Netflix. He played as Isaiah Washington's son on um, the 100, which comes on the CW, by the way. And then Leslie Odom Jr. is playing Sam Cooke. Um, I thought Leslie Adam Jr., who played in the play Hamilton. I said Jefferson. He played in the live Broadway play Hamilton. I just knew he was going to be on one of the episodes of The Masked Singer.
Speaking of,
Yeah, we haven't watched it in a minute. This is going to be a hot movie. I can't wait to see it. And whatever my husband wants to talk about now, I don't know what he want to talk about because he ain't saying nothing.
well, you won't want me to talk when you talking, do you?
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, hey, you got to look through your Let me look in this group, cause I tell you,
Okay, in the Shooting the Facts group.
yeah, cause I know it's a lot of stuff that I sent there. Where is it at? Okay, we talked about Rittenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about Fred. What's this? Scott Peterson, thousands of California inmates carried out.
Oh yeah, that's something that
April shared, yeah.
said in the group. Let me find it.
Oh, they've been yeah, I read some of the article. They've been doing just like the dude that was getting the unemployment checks illegally.
Uh-huh.
They've been doing the same thing in prison, and some of the checks were sent directly to the prisoners in prison.
What?
Yeah, I read a little bit of the article.
Let me see what it says. First of all, let me share this here. Um, Scott Peterson, thousands of California inmates carried out staggering COVID fraud. What? It's just a, let me mind my business. I can't hear you. I can't hear you through the mic. You must be off of
I
speaker.
said,
Okay.
I said, how you gonna government stupid? Why you gonna send somebody a check, a stimulus check, talking about they for unemployment and they in prison with a prison address?
That's a good question.
And
But
then
you know,
I know when I was a correction officer, I knew of inmates had checks, income tax checks being sent. They'll pick somebody's address to get it delivered to them, and
mm-hmm.
they was filling out false income tax checks, and some of them was getting the check sent to the prison with a prison address. Come on, how dumb can the government be?
So according to this NBC News article, tens of thousands of prison and jail inmates, including convicted serial killers and notorious inmates like Scott Peterson, have carried out what prosecutors described Tuesday as possibly the largest fraud scheme in California history. The alleged crimes, which center on pandemic unemployment benefits, could total as much as $1 billion. Sacramento County District Attorney Anne Marie Schubert said. The fraud is honestly staggering, she said. Between March and August, Schubert said, inmates housed in every California prison and in jails across the state filed 35,000 claims totaling $140 million in benefits. Sometimes those benefits were paid directly to inmates inside the facilities, she said. In other cases, the money was sent to relatives and friends outside of the prison and jail. In Kern County, District Attorney Cynthia Zimmerman said investigators were alerted to the scheme in September after the arrival of numerous money orders destined for inmates. Sometimes the benefits included fake Social Security numbers and names like John Doe, John Adams, or, in one case, Poofy Britches, Schubert said. Ew. Quite frankly, the inmates are mocking us, she said. In other cases, claims were made with real names. Among them were 133 of the state's 700 death row inmates, including convicted criminals like Cary Stayner, who murdered 4 people near Yosemite National Park in 1999, Susan Eubanks, who murdered her 4 sons in 1996, and Peterson, who killed his wife and unborn son in 2002.
See, the government.
Earlier this year, Peterson's capital sentence was overturned after the state's high court ruled that there had been significant errors during jury selection in his trial. Prosecutors have said they will again seek the death penalty in this case. Asked how much fraud was associated with Peterson's claim, another prosecutor with Schubert's office said, "We know the number, but declined to provide it, citing an ongoing investigation."
Dummies. How you gonna send a inmate on death row? That means he been in prison ever since he been convicted, and he gonna file for unemployment. The prison don't take taxes out on them inmates.
So a lawyer for Peterson, Pat Harris, did not immediately respond to a request for comment, but told the Associated Press that investigators will find that he had not a thing to do with any kind of scheme to get benefits. Schubert said that the claims totaling $420,000 had been paid to death row inmates. She said the fraud could be carried out because, unlike 35 other states, California lacks a system that cross-matches prison and jail data with unemployment claims. In a statement, Lori Levy, Deputy Director of the state's Economic Development Department, said it was pursuing how to integrate such cross-matches moving forward as part of enhanced prevention efforts during this unprecedented time of pandemic-related unemployment fraud across the country. The department declined to comment on specific claims, citing confidentiality requirements. In a statement to NBC Los Angeles, California, Governor Gavin Newsom called the fraud absolutely unacceptable and said he'd directed emergency services officials to assemble a task force to help tackle the fraud.
There they go with them doggone task forces.
There they go with them doggone task forces.
But how a state so big as California not have that cross-reference thing? Which, like I said, when I was a correction officer, and that was over 10 years ago, when they caught inmates, sending out filing tax returns. So why wasn't the whole world put on notice and to get that implemented into their cross references unemployment with inmates. They just
That's
trying to make
something else.
they just trying to make an excuse for their stupidity. Let's talk about
That is
that
something.
coronavirus, that corona
That's
vaccine.
why. That's why people on the outside can't get no money.
Right,
They can't get no unemployment because they spend it all and being reckless with it.
right.
That's crazy to me. That's wow. And no one will be held accountable. That's money that hardworking Americans could be using for their household, to pay bills and get food. But people are too busy messing with it.
They they could have
Money, money.
they could have did like Canada with all that money. You know, Canada was giving people $900 and some dollars every month. They didn't have to pay their house rent, light bill, water bill. They ain't had to pay none of that, and they was giving them $900 some dollars. I think it was $926 every month until the pandemic was over. It wasn't no until
Hold on,
for
hold on.
3 4 months. It was until the pandemic was over. United States could have done that, even if it won't number 1,200. You know, they could have done that for people. But what they do, they did a one time 1,200, and now fighting over whether or not to send out another one. It don't make this is
Right.
the greatest country on the United States. I want to go to the America. All them jokers that used to say that, they trying to get away from America now.
That's crazy. Side effects from COVID-19 vaccine, no walk in the park, CDC committee said. I need to stop doing that good times thing.
No, you don't. That's you. That's you. But I read some of that article too, and they saying that the vaccine, when you get the vaccine, said that the symptoms are like you get the flu, you have body aches, headaches. Ain't that the same thing that COVID does to you?
Mm.
And they said it's a two-part thing. They said they got people that's agreeing to take it, and they saying that we should honor them because they're taking it to let us know, how bad the effect's gonna be. That
Mm.
still ain't gonna that still ain't gonna make me take it.
They using people as guinea pigs.
Well, they volunteering, so they should be called a guinea pig. And they
So,
said they said they mostly want to start with the health field, with people in the health field, because they could, they say they're more equipped to take care of themselves, from the symptoms than an ordinary person, because they already in the healthcare field, they know what to do and all that.
so according to this 6ABC.com website, Americans need to be prepared for the possibility that they may feel a little unwell after they get a coronavirus vaccine, if one is authorized. Members of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Advisory Committee said on Monday. The CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices met to discuss whether to recommend use of any COVID-19 vaccine that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration might authorize. Volunteers of the volunteers in vaccine trials have reported they frequently feel flu-like effects after getting vaccinated, and members of the ACIP, as well as liaison representatives who take part in the decision, said that could affect people's willingness to get vaccinated in the first place or to get the second dose of the two vaccine regimen. As a practicing physician, I have got to be sure my patients will come back for the second dose. We really have to make patients aware that this is not going to be a walk in the park, said Dr. Sandra Freihofer
You
of
sound
the,
just like her too.
of the, of the Emory University School of Medicine. Representing the American Medical Association told the meeting, they're not going to feel wonderful, she said. The whole point of vaccination is to cause an immune response to the body, and that can sometimes cause flu-like symptoms such as body ache or even fever and a headache. Patricia Fitchville of Children's Hospital and Clinics of Minnesota, representing the National Association of Pediatric Nurse Practitioners, said providers must be ready to explain this to people getting any vaccine. These are immune responses. So if you feel something after vaccination, you should expect to feel that. And when you do, it's normal that you have some arm soreness or some fatigue or some or even some fever. Stitchfield told the meeting. Some people have to stay home work for a day, she said. Okay, y'all, this is a long article. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. They don't know what they're doing. That's the point. So if you offer the vaccine, let's see, if you offer the vaccine, or if it becomes mandatory, would you still take it? For those of you who work, if without say good. Now we know that you didn't have the coronavirus yet, the vaccine yet. So, you say, hey, taking this, but B, what would they really do? People need to work. People got to pay their bills. People got to keep food on the table. What if they make it mandatory for you to take this virus?
You talking to me?
Anybody, if you want anybody, I'd rather not you answer, but
Well, I'm just gonna cross that line when I get there.
I hear you.
Because now when I was a correction officer, we had to take the flu shot, which I don't agree with that either because it's actually the flu. But me being a correction officer, and I was early in as a correction officer, so I basically had no choice. It was either take it or I'm pretty sure they would have let me go. So I don't know. I don't know. I have to cross that when I get there.
Cross that bridge when you get to it.
Yeah.
What about little Boozy? I cannot remember something he said, and K. Judah played a video on his platform, or maybe it was on my platform, but I can't remember what he said. But we laughed about that for at least an hour. I can't remember what it was, but little Boozy, or however you say his name, has been known to just say whatever he wants to say on camera and do what he wanted to do. I remember one time he was in the news because he admitted that he hired a prostitute for his young son. Son was what, 12? Or maybe even younger than that. I don't know.
I think it was his 16th birthday though.
No, I think he was younger than that. Bougie was admitting that he got prostitutes for them at a very young age, and people it was younger than 16. 16, that's really not that bad, but people really went on him for what for that. So now, as they said, he's been shot. I don't know how true this is, and he's
Yeah,
not
he
doing
did get
it.
shot though.
Said he could undergo amputation. Listen, it is not paid, y'all. to just say anything out your mouth. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think he made some comments about the Most High Yah and Jesus that weren't pleasing to the ear. So, according to TMZ, Boosie is reportedly back home from the hospital from after undergoing a couple of surgeries on his injured leg, which was not amputated, contrary to earlier reports this week. Oh Lordy. The New Orleans rapper was shot in the leg in Dallas, Texas, over a weekend while paying respects to his friend, late rapper Mo 3, who was gunned down earlier this month. Although Boosie, who was 38, initially stated on Facebook that he's doing okay, things have reportedly taken a turn for the worse. Days after being shot below the knee, it's said that the superstar is now suffering complications linked to his diabetes. Worse, as per hearsay reported by various outlets, Boosie's injuries may require the wounded leg to be amputated. Boosie is still in the hospital recovering from the gunshot, but is reportedly suffering from complications with a leg due to his diabetes, tweeted MJ Mixtape. Many sources say the leg might end up getting amputated. Keep Boosie in your prayers. And another said Boosie is still in the hospital recovering from the gunshot, but is reportedly suffering from complications with his leg due to diabetes. We don't know how true this is. He addressed reports of his ailing condition in a new health update via his Instagram stories, writing, "Yes, I'm not doing that good. I have a short amount of time to find a specialist doctor who works on fixing body parts that cost hundreds of thousands." With that, Boosie said he'll be charging $500 for promos. Concluded. Have your bag ready and let's get this money, he said. Anyone who's been following the story knows Boosie was attending a vigil for the slain Dallas rapper when he was shot and later transported to and treated at Parkland Memorial Hospital, where he presently remains. So I don't know, because the first part of the article says that he's back home.
You don't know what to believe these days.
I don't know what to believe. They did an update first and said he was back home, I guess. Well, I don't know what to say about that either. Sometimes you just can't do wrong and get away with it. No matter what the wrong is, you just can't do it. Anything you want to say before I close this podcast, Boo Boo Stank Stank?
No, you can go close out. I need to make a trip.
Okay, well, I want to thank you for jumping on my panel. We need to do this more often.
I want to thank you for not having your panels too high for me to jump on.
You know what? I just can't. I cannot. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to the show. I really appreciate it. I hope that you have a blessed week. And it's your girl, BeeSparrow.
A blessed rest of 2020.
Can I close the show? What'd you say?
I said have a blessed rest of 2020.
Have a blessed rest of 2020, and I hope y'all think that 2021 is going to be any better. I don't think it will. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Because y'all know what times we living in. It's your girl, BeeSparrow, Giuliani, BTR, 2020.
Queen.